Well, mostly since it's a preseason game, we, really were concerned about ourselves more so than anything else. We did a couple of things just conceptually, some things that Boston will do that are unique, some of the things we haven't covered in our training camp that are different. But most of all, we've concentrated on ourselves, and we have so much to get in and to do as a new staff and new system, offensively and defensively. That's the only thing that we've had a chance to really do is concentrate on what we're going to do.
What do you need to see tomorrow, or want to see?
Doug, hard play. Are there going to be mistakes? Yes. Are there going to be turnovers, throwing the ball up in the stands? Probably yes. But I want to see hard mistakes, hard play, focus, razor-like focus. That's what we're looking for, and everything else will take care of itself if we have that. If our preseason game, training camp practices have been any indication of what we're going to see, I'll be surprised if we don't have that.
Because there's only 2 games in the preseason instead of the 8 for a coach, do you need to change the way you approach tomorrow with rotations and guys and minutes and that kind of thing?
No, we're going to just, it won't be our regular season rotation. We're going to get guys minutes, different looks at different positions. From that standpoint, of course, Andrea's going to play his position, and our guards will play their positions. But as far as minute rotations and that type of thing, we won't have the same minute allocations that we normally will have during the regular season.
Coach, obviously it's just been a week of training camp. You've talked about the energy level staying high throughout the training camp, but do you get the sense that this preseason game is just what the doctor ordered?
No question, Sherman. They're tired of listening to me, hearing me, and they're tired of beating up on each other and banging on each other. So we need to see different faces, different bodies to go against. Like I told the guys, whether we win or lose is irrelevant, like Doug asked. I want to see hard play. I want to see execution of the things we've worked on. Whether it comes out into a win is irrelevant right now, because we're into changing the culture, changing the style of play, so to speak, definitely on the defensive end. We don't want to compromise our offensive pace, but if it does mean we have to slow down a couple of possessions to get our defensive balance, floor balance and that type of thing, I'll take that. But again, we still want to push the flow, push the tempo, but not at a rapid race where we loosen up on the defensive end.
Is it safe to say that although there's been a defensive focus, that there's been enough implementation on the offensive end for you guys to kind of try to execute some things?
Right, we have. We've put in enough offensive footprint to be able to play a game. Is the whole package? No. Defensively, we haven't put everything in yet. Some things we haven't done defensively that we're still in the process of getting ready to start putting in next week. So we still have a little ways to go. We got another 10 days or whatever it is after today. So hopefully, during that time we'll finish up our defensive system and definitely put in more offensive sets and specific series of plays that we want to look at.
Time during the locker room thought maybe this first game wasn't going to come until next year?
Well, it seems like forever. And like Sherman asked, we need outside competition, whether it's a YMCA team or a college team or whatever it is. We need a different competition because we've been trying to be creative with keeping practice fresh, doing different drills, different practice formats to kind of keep the guys focused. The hardest thing to do in the NBA is to put something in that NBA players haven't seen. And the most important thing is to stay focused and stay fresh mentally and not go through the boredom of going through a drill to be going through a drill. So we've tried to do that. We've got experienced coaches, so we've come up with some things that have kept us mentally focused and mentally sharp that I don't think things have gotten old. Now, you may ask the players, they may tell you something different. So. We feel like we're where we need to be going into the first exhibition game.